First of all, I don't sleep on Tuesdays because Keanu does KeanuCast Tuesday night. And then after it's done, it's fantastic. And she has to tell me what was wrong with it, which is nothing. I mean, and then today she'll be like, yeah, it was really good. But I feel like every time I turn around,
You can't sleep when she does KeanuCast?
I like to watch KeanuCast, and sometimes I'll drop by KeanuCast. It's a nice, I like to add to our family of shows. I believe In Hot Water is its own little entity, and then we added this little thing called Gum Friday, correct?
Yep.
And then we have Gratcast, and then KeanuCast I like to cross over because it's a good way to reach people of her ilk that might come to my show or vice versa. So it's like the seamless stuff I like. But it's not like I come in every day and be like, hey, get your KeanuCast stuff. I just talk about her because she does a KeanuCast.
All right. How many Kiki bucks do you have?
I don't have any. And
None?
That whore gives them away. I'm going to do something radical. I'm going to get... Do you ever watch the KeanuCast?
All the time.
It would mean I watch your wife's podcast. I watch Caitlin Cast all the time.
Yeah, me too.
What's that?
I don't even watch that show.
Was I allowed to say that? Because I know
Steve,
we doxed her.
if you were home alone and your wife was doing a podcast for 6 hours, would you just sit at home watching that podcast?
What's gonna happen when she moves in?
I don't know. I don't think I would.
Let me tell you, in my defense, Keanu will wake up at my place on a Saturday, and I won't be like, hey, stay here with my podcast. Like, yeah, you want to go? You want to go? Like, when she pops her head into my podcast on Saturday, I'm like, what are you doing here? Thank you. You know, the fans love it.
But does she go home and watch you?
She doesn't watch. She watches this, but she doesn't watch.
She doesn't join the family of podcast?
There's times she will sit on the couch and be a part of the family of podcast.
Where's her gratitude?
Yeah.
Yes, but the required watching, she loves In Hot Water. She loves fucking Gum Friday mostly because of you two. Trust me, the same reason I like it. But nice. But I like KeanuCast because that's like her In Hot Water. It's her show, you know. So it's easy for me to watch her show, and I love that show, and I love this. So as I was saying, Tuesday night is whatchamacallit, is KeanuCast, and I'll fall asleep watching it, and she'll go with her mother till about fucking...
Damn, you heard that, Keanu? Is she glaring at you right now while she's watching this?
Why? She'll go with her mother. What is it?
You fell asleep watching her podcast? Oh, man.
I tell her that all the time. Like,
Why?
Because I go on her podcast. Go to KeanuCast right now. Like, don't, but I go on it at the end. Like, and I say this all the time. She does her guests this past Tuesday night. Her guests were the incomparable Chanel Omari. I will be on her show a week from Monday, the 19th. Me and Keanu will be on it at St. Mark's. It's a Christmas Hanukkah crossed over benefit. Chanel was on, and her high school friend who will be in our wedding, Wesley, was on. And then when they get done with the guests, I usually drop in just because I adore those two gals. And then they do Kiki After Dark, where I say, all right, you gals talk. I lie in bed with the phone on because now it's 1 o'clock and I have to be here with you guys. So, yeah, I like to stay up and watch the girls do Kiki After Dark, and I fall asleep. Watch this, Garrett. I fall asleep to my betrothed and my future mother-in-law's voices.
Oh, boy. You guys are so boring. He falls asleep to you.
That's not it. It's not it at all.
What he said.
It's a long day.
It's like when you're doing the football show. You just start yawning.
Yeah.
I was taking a break. I just had to yawn a little bit. You don't fall asleep during your wife's podcast, Garrett?
Nope. Listen wide-eyed and open-eared.
What is the name of your wife's podcast again?
Garrett is awesome.
What topics does she tackle?
Thank you,
It's
Steven.
all the awesome stuff I do around the house.
Tell me about last week's episode, Garrett.
It's kind of like a Gratcast, but it's Garrett-cast.
It's Grat Garrett. It's Garrett Grat. Hey, what was her show about last week, Garrett?
Oh, man, how well I sit on my chair. I could sit with the feet rest down or up.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll split between either or sometimes.
Now, how long is this podcast?
Just an hour a week. Doesn't want to go crazy.
She spent an hour talking about how great you are at sitting in her chair.
Yeah.
Now, and real fast, what's your wife's catchphrase? Steve, you know it. Tell him what you watch all the time. What's his wife's catchphrase?
Oh, it's boy, that Garrett.
Does she drop? Boy, that Garrett.
Boy, that Garrett.
I want Garrett's carrot. He sits on that chair so well.
Yeah, I'm
I
starting to
want
think
Garrett's carrot.
we're sitting on two gold mines now, people. Garrett
Garrett's got a
Grat,
carrot.
and Merns Vince. We're just wasting money, sitting here chatting idly by, while people everyone right now everyone's like, why the fuck do I watch Gum Friday? And they're flipping around looking for Garrett Grat. I mean,
Garrett cast.
Garrett
Garrett
Cast. Thank
Cast.
you. I suck. Thank you. Garrett Cast tomorrow. You don't want to miss
Man,
that.
boy, that Garrett.
You got to do that. You got to do that.
Sorry, I'm watching Kiki cast.
It's Keanu Cast, and I wanted to spell it. Kiki. Oh, look at my girl. You know what shirt that is? You know what shirt she's wearing there?
What time is this now?
This is every bit of midnight or 12:15.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Like, give me the timestamp. What's the timestamp on it?
3:15.
Okay, add 9 p.m. to that. That's 12:30 in the morning.
Not even on Untoward Tuesday. You just made the board, mister.
By the way, it's Keanu Cast. I wanted to call it Kiki Cast because look how you would spell it. You see where this is going, right?
Yep.
Where's it going?
KKK.
Can I finish it anyway? Look at that. Kiki Cast. Boy, we're going to get a lot of mileage out of this marker, aren't we, people? Kiki Cast. She didn't like it. She said no. She's such a sweet person. Why is she with me? She's such a better person.
If you told me I had to do a podcast with my wife and mother-in-law,
Yeah.
I would dread that day every day.
But I just yes, but I just
I would
dropped
get the everyday scaries.
really. But I love doing that.
I'm not blaming you because it's totally fine here.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was other people, it would just be.
Well, let me ask you this, okay? And then we'll get to Steve and his. I don't want to.
My podcast with my wife would be called Fightcast.
Wife and mother-in-law, though. It has to have the mother-in-law.
Fightcast with the mother-in-law
So you
tuning in
like-
from heaven.
I would be Fightcast, and I know you're on her side already, Cuntcast.
That's the thing. It's just
Mickey's
like
on my side
2-on-1.
most of the time, which I love. Go on.
It would just be, yeah. I would be afraid to say anything.
Yeah,
Really?
It would be Silence Cast.
What?
Guy doesn't talk cast.
In my defense, I'm much closer in age to Michelina than Keanu, so it's easier for me and Mickey to talk. That's not good. I'm not
You guys
selling.
can bond on old TV shows.
Exactly. But yeah, but thank you because I do. You see me. It's like she'll always send me a link afterwards, and half the time I don't go on because I'm exhausted. You know, like Thursday night, she's gonna add a Thursday night show, which is gonna make our fucking life together bliss because she's so relaxed after every podcast. You know, Keanu, she's not high strung at all.